challenge began like any other, with a swift collection of a light food source and the exploration of 2 small structures, yielding a small food and weapon budget. Puppy and I then began the ascent up the great staircase, to enter this den of scum, villainy, and most of all, edibles. At the top of this mysterious staircase, I found a door. After examination and looking around for a little bit, I summoned up my friend, Puppydog. However, because he's a slowpoke, it took him a while to arrive. Because of this, and since we were on a time crunch, I decided to set up a small prank. Nothing much, really. Just a rock to the head. I mean, what harm could it really do? So then I waited, and waited, and waited, till finally this puppy showed his small little face around the corner, and man had he been taking his time. I threw the rock at him, but in his arrogance he completely ignored me, and barreled past into the door I had found. Can you believe this dog? I decided to explore my area alone, since some dog had left me behind. I opened the barrel and quickly found some nice food items that would definitely keep me healthier later, along with a perhaps not wise decision to leave in an open barrel liquid. I then proceeded to ransack this structure and up the staircase to follow the puppy. We then proceeded to ransack and loot the rest of the structure, Puppy and I, him taking the left and me taking the right. Everything was going great. We were gathering resources fast. I had gotten part of an armor set when this happened. Oh my gosh, it's Elmo! Oh my gosh! Puppy, run! Puppy, help! Ah! Ayúdame! Yeah, I died. So you're probably thinking, wow, this guy sinks. But, come on, let's say you got jumped in a back alley with a bunch of Elmos. What would you do in that situation? Keep your calm, cool head? I think not. So from there I had to work my way back to the structure and do what I could to regather my stuff. Along the way, I ended up finding a player head that was pretty appropriately branded for the structure, and thought, hey, why not? I then managed to find my most recent place of death, though I couldn't access it, as Puppy had blocked off the doorway and was using it to farm Elmos. Yo, Puppy, I need to go get my stuff.
Fine, man. Here, take a diamond sword, and don't let any of them in here to kill me. If you do, you'll regret it.
I got you, bro. Hey, next time remember the voice changer mode so you don't sound like that.
Come on, man, you knocking my voice right now?
Yeah, I am. I mean, who wouldn't? I wanted to rush in there and get my stuff back, but I knew I couldn't 1v20 Elmo, so I decided to explore a little bit and ended up finding myself a nice food item. We then used a gap in the wall to swiftly defeat Elmos.
Void, you're like rah, I'm a chihuahua.
Like you, shorty, every day, huh, Puppy?
I am not sure.
Right, compared to an ant.
I'll be quiet.
I then proceeded to be a chihuahua until the coast was clear, casually mowing down hordes of Elmos, cause why not? Puppy and I finally got rid of the last of these adversaries, and I managed to obtain what was left of my items. From my own grave, nonetheless. Exploration then continued as before, with us finding more loot, more drinks, and more snacks. And more enemies. We had found a room that seemed to be filled with ghosts, but neither of us could be quite sure. We attempted to block them up and stopper them, but it turns out we missed completely the ladder leading down that would lead more right to us. Through this means I died a second time, and had to return again as I had no hope of respawning. In addition to this, while I was away, Puppydog got ambushed too and overwhelmed, meaning neither of us had any items to fight back while we attempted to retrieve what we had once owned. After Puppydog's unfortunate death, the enemies had broken through the gap in the wall and flooded the area, meaning it would be next to impossible for us to retrieve our items safely. Finally, though, after a strenuous amount of effort, and Puppydog retrieving a diamond sword, we managed to kill one of them. But this gave way to a nasty surprise, for these ghosts struck even after Oxymoron, aka dead twice. You see, these ghosts left behind a corruption that clouded your eyes and rotted your flesh, damaging you to stand near it. But Puppydog and I had to endure, and nothing can stop the void. Finally, after much more exploring, we arrived, and I managed to retrieve my items so that we could continue on this difficult quest. We ended up returning to the home of the ghosts, and this, of course, was a poor decision. We both fell at the hands of the monsters and returned to spawn. Perhaps things could go differently this time? Wait, Puppy, I remember this area. Puppy, I found my stuff! Let's go! I did it!
That's great, Void. I totally didn't find my stuff like 5 minutes ago.
Shut the rough rusher yappuccino, Puppy.
Only if you doesn't tell all the Void.
Ugh, fine. After my courageous ankle biting, we broke into the room. I set respawn so I wouldn't have to restart, but the brash and unbrave Puppy dashed ahead. We then broke the spawner, and broke the spawner, and broke the spawner, and broke the spawner some more, and broke the spawner some more. Unfortunately, in my brave attempts to destroy the spawner of the undead ghosts, I was ambushed by the very kind I was attempting to stop. Thankfully, while I took aggro, they got stuck on a bed, allowing Puppydog to sneak behind and break the spawner alone. Breaking the spawner didn't guarantee his safety, though, and he ran straight into the line of fire at the first possible opportunity. What an idiot. After this, I drank cheers and goodwill, a decision I would soon regret, for the alcohol clouded my ability to see straight, and life was a blur for the next 2 minutes. With my vision swimming, I made a mistake and returned to a place I never should have gone. But, in the mission to complete the structure, it was inevitable. I was fast overwhelmed by ghosts, and had to respawn, with my fingers crossed that things could go better. Luckily, these ghosts had been built around a husk model, which meant that they got stuck on the doorframe and couldn't quite reach me in my hiding place, granting me the ability to finish them with my fists and regather my items. From there I decided it was time to explore, but I was running a bit of a crunch and had to finish this quickly. So I cued a montage. concludes the brief montage. Thank you. After monetizing away most of the remaining structure, we then proceeded to chip away at these last ghosts before the final spawner. However, when digging through the wall, I found a not nasty surprise. Apparently, this brewery had its own money store. Oh my gosh, Puppy, look what I found! I think I found the emeralds! Wait, this must be the profits from their things!
That's nice, but we don't have a pick to mine them.
Check again.
Oh, where'd you get the iron for that pickaxe?
The chest before I was caught in the Great Elmo Massacre. I then looted the rest of the emeralds as quickly as I could, and ended up finding a chest with some nice goodies for the collection. From there we collected the last dregs of loot, a few armor sets, a few barrels with a little more food, and made our way out. Thanks for watching. This was the first ever BMC Structure Run.